recording. So I'm glad you're all here. And I, I was taught early on that the highest achievement of man is to be calm. But in pulling a card from the calendar today, the Zen calendar, oh, this is Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. He's the artist. I don't know how you pronounce his last name, but you get the idea, right? And he says the highest to which man can attain is wonder. And if the prime phenomenon makes him wonder, let him be content. Nothing higher can it give him, and nothing further should he seek for behind it. Here is the limit. So I thought that was kind of interesting, partly because I've noticed over time, like I'll be in the backyard, at my house that I used to have until I sold it. And I would wonder something. I wonder about this. And then it would happen. And I thought, well, this is really interesting. And I don't know what that is, if it's a type of visualization or attraction or whatever. But I like both. I like the highest achievement of man being calm, because that's certainly something to attain or achieve. But I like the sense of wonder as well. So you can choose which you are happiest with. Being calm or wondering about being calm, or whatever. Just kidding you. So you might just give that a try, wondering about something, and see what happens for you. Turning off my sounds here. When my guides were channeling through too, we talked about to ponder something. And they said that was also really good. To ponder something is to be open to what is. And that's akin to being in the present moment. So we'll do that right now. We'll be in the present moment and center, and then we'll get started with some yoga moves. So just coming into your crystal cave or your sacred space, however you like to visualize that. Maybe place yourself in a large bubble and fill it with some colors that are your favorite. Or maybe you want a Christmas tree in there with you, all decorated and sparkly. So whatever feels good to you. But just letting go of the activities of the day. Coming into a calm state. If you like, you can place the pyramid over you within your bubble, and then another pyramid facing down with the bases together, one facing up, one facing down. It's a good protection. And bring your focus to your breathing. Notice your emotions, your nervous system, and of course, your physical body and any sensations that you're noticing. So for our attunement to breath, let's come into standing. Whoops. And just plant your feet, ground into the earth through your root chakra and the soles of your feet. And then just breathe and bring your palms together in front of your heart. Just pause for a moment longer, pressing your feet into the mat and grounding down into the earth, and then lifting your energy up, opening your crown chakra, letting the energy pass through you, and then turning it around and bringing it back in, landing in your heart center. And then we'll breathe, arms up overhead, full deep breath. And exhale, a long exhale for the relaxation part of the breath. And continue around a few times. Two more rounds. And last time. Ending with palms together once again. And then just open your eyes if they're not already open and release your arms. Just shake them out and swing them a little bit. Feel your shoulders, your elbows, wrists. And bring those circles up into your shoulders, loosening up. Breathe up. Exhale down. And reverse. All right. And then just breathe, palms up to your heart. Separate your feet about hip width. Exhale down, bending your knees. Now just bring your palms onto your knees or your thighs, somewhere along there. I'm going to turn sideways just for demonstration. So we'll come into standing cat. So starting with neutral spine, so pressing through your tailbone, draw your core muscles up and in, tummy in, lengthen through your crown, breathe. Exhale, curl your hips under and roll through your spine. Feel each vertebra until you come to your chin, down onto your chest, and then press your hips away and back. Tilt into an arch for arching cat. Roll through your spine and lift your chin. Exhale, curl. Open the upper back and then inhale into arching cat. Releasing any tension from the spine. And one more rounded cat. Exhale. One more arching cat. Inhale. And then come back into neutral spine. Knees still bent, and just lift your arms parallel to the floor into chair pose. So as though you're sitting down over your heels, reach with a straight spine. And push the floor away. Lift your arms up overhead, stretch tall and long. Reach through your fingertips. And then lower your arms down, hands behind you, interlace fingers for a stretch, opening the front of the body. Draw your arms away, lift, breathe. If you want, you can take your head back to squeeze out any tension in your neck and scalene muscles. Now soften your knees, keeping your arms pulled away from your back. Just step your left foot forward and your right foot back into warrior one legs. Press through the back heel. Now separate your hands and a slight lean forward into the arrow. So there's a straight line from your heel to your crown. Relaxing the hips, bending a little bit more in the front knee. And then lift your arms up overhead in warrior one. Reach. And if you can arch a little bit in your back, lift up, looking up towards the stars. Bend the front knee. And then bring palms together. And just step the back foot in. We'll switch sides, taking the left leg back this time in warrior one. Hip bones pointing forward. Bend the front knee. Breathing arms up. Exhale them down and around behind you. Interlace your fingers, open the shoulders once again. And then release your hands. A slight lean forward into arrow. And then reach your arms up overhead, next to your ears, stretching, relaxing the hips. Look up. And then just bring your palms in, pull back, and step it in. And just separate your feet for a standing twist. I guess I can. Circle around, lift the back heel. All right, now bring your arms to the sides and come side to side, just loosening up your waist, your spine, and your upper legs, inner thigh. And just bring both arms down. Bring your feet in just a little wider than hips. Bring your hands onto your low back. Elbows pull close together. Lift your heart center. And we'll come into an arch. So engage hips and thighs. Going to the back. Be sure to elongate in your spine. Press down in your feet and roll back up. All right, we'll come back into Warrior One. So just come towards the front end of your mat. Breathe palms together. Soften knees. Take your left leg back to Warrior One. I'm just going to recommend you overlap one thumb and then lift arms overhead. If you can squeeze your ears. Press firmly in both feet. And then lean forward, just bending in the hips. Changing your drishti to the floor. Transfer the weight onto the right foot. Lift the back leg into Warrior Three. Keep lifting shoulders. Reach. And then if you fall out of it, you can always reach to the floor. And then lift back up and try again. So I wonder, our theme is wondering today. Wonder how it'll be to try that again. So a slight bend forward, transfer the weight, drishti, and come out of it. Release your arms. Just loosen them up, whatever feels good. Breathe. Did you hold your breath on that one? Sometimes we do. All right, so breathing palms together once again. Exhale. Take your right leg back this time into warrior one. And you can overlap the other thumb if you want. Bringing arms up. Just be sure to press the shoulders back. Change your drishti to the floor. A slight bend in the hips, transferring the weight onto the front foot. And then lifting the back leg into warrior three, Virabhadrasana 3. Hip bones pointing towards the floor. Making a long line. And then I'm going to intend, just bring your hands down onto the floor, lift that leg up. Bring your hands and your head closer to your knee, supporting leg. So as wide a standing split as you can get. Bring the other leg, bring that leg down. Bring your left leg up. Stretch it up. Reach. Bring your head towards your knee. And then bring that leg down. Soften your knees. Lift your arms back up overhead. Knees are still bent. Reach. Take your right leg back into warrior one. And we'll pivot into warrior two and some vinyasa. So just make sure your feet are aligned where you want them. Open the knee and breathe it in. Exhale out. Breathe in. Draw your tummy up and in. Lift your chest, your crown. Separate your feet a little wider. Hold your pose. See if you can deepen your pose. So I wonder if I can go deeper. And draw the knee in for a little bit of a rest. Take in a breath. Exhale back out into warrior two. And bring your forearm onto your thigh for a modified lateral angle. Just bring your hand along your ear and reach through your fingertips. Open the knee, the shoulders, look up under your arm. And then as though reaching for an invisible rope, with your right hand, lift back up into your warrior two. Then straighten your knee. We'll come into Vrikshasana. I'm sorry, Trikonasana, the triangle. So check your hips. Are they even? Pointing forward, breathe. Exhale and reach out over that front leg. Bending in the hips with a straight spine. Once your body is as far as it will go, then switch your arms. Open the chest. Look up into your palm. That helps you to align your shoulders. Breathe, lift your fingertips up. Exhale. Bring the back foot in a couple of inches. Let the heel out as you face forward, but keep the whole foot on the floor. We're going to go into the rotated triangle. So turn to your left and then reach for your shin, your ankle, your foot, or the floor. Front knee is straight. And then lift up your left arm. Look up into your left palm in rotated triangle. Feel the stretch. All right, bring your hand down. Bend the front knee and step the back leg in. Just lift up in a reverse swan. Breathe, arms overhead. Palms together, lift up. Engage hips and thighs. Go to the back for a standing back bend. Come back to center. Palms over the heart. And this time, take your left leg back into warrior one. Breathing arms up overhead. And pivot into warrior two. And your vinyasa. Breathe it in. Exhale out. Deepening and stretching. Opening the hips. It does help to press down on the outer edge of the back foot. And we'll come into warrior two. Drawing up in the core muscles. Lift your pelvic floor, the navel. Open shoulders and relax into the pose. The legs are working, but the upper body is light. Now, just for a little rest for the thigh, breathe the leg in, exhale it back out, and bring your right arm onto your right thigh. Left hand slides along your ear. The arm stays close to the ear, making a straight line from the outer edge of your foot through your fingertips. Open the chest and shoulders, look up. Then reaching for that invisible rope, lift back up into warrior two and straighten the front knee, preparing for our triangle trikonasana. Take in your breath. Exhale, press down in the hinge of the front hip and reach out over your leg. And then switch your arms and look up. And to come out, reach up. So when we hold our poses, we come into the witness. Okay, here. There we go. So we're going to turn towards the front, bring the back foot in just a couple inches and let the heel rotate out so that your hips can both point forward. And then we're just going to go right on around, rotating our triangle, and then reaching for the shin, the ankle, the foot into a full rotated angle. Front knee is as straight as you can make it. Look up into your hand. And then just lower your arm. And from here, we'll step back into downward facing dog. So just take your front leg back. I'm going to turn here. All right, now getting a nice wide stance between feet and hands. We'll come forward into up dog. Legs remain off the floor. Lift the chest and the chin. So the classic upward dog is with the tops of your feet on the mat. But we're going to swing a little bit here. So press back into down dog. Breathe in. Exhale, come forward into up dog. And then swing a few times. Breathing. Now, if you like it, you can go even faster. So swing. One more. Ending in upward facing dog. Let your knees down, the tops of your feet, and pull back. Now separate your knees here and touch your big toes together. Bring your hips back, sitting on your heels or relaxing onto your heels, reaching forward through your arms and fingers. And bring your forehead, your third eye, onto the ground. Now lift your head, bring your hands in a little bit closer. Lift your hips up and just bring your left leg around and come down sitting. Stretch out your, I guess it'd be your right leg. Bring the left leg over for a twist. So press through the heel, hold on to the bent knee, and stretch the free arm forward, breathe it up, and rotate. Bring your arm down behind you into your twist. You can also wrap your arm around the bent knee, look out over your shoulder. Some people like to bring the upper arm to the outside of the thigh or knee, straighten the arm, and just hold on to the straight leg. That adds to the twist. Now press your sitting bones down. Lift up through your crown. Breathe your back arm up next to your ear. And unwind to the front. We're just going to switch sides and wonder what it's like to go a little further in your twist. So press through the heel on the extended leg. Bring the bent knee in a little closer. Bring your foot in. Hold on with your, I believe, your right hand, and then scoop your left arm out and up. Breathe. And open around into your twist. Look over your shoulder. As your hip relaxes and comes in closer under your arm, you can once again straighten that arm and reach for the straight leg and look over your shoulder. And we'll come out, press down in your sitting bones, lift your back arm up next to your ear, breathe, and unwind to the front. Beautiful. Okay. So just bring feet side by side, knees touching. And we'll come into a seated child's pose. Reach up through your crown initially, breathe. And then wrap your arms around your legs. Bring your head forward in a surrender to relaxation and wonder. And then just roll up in your spine, release your arms, find your way down to Shavasana for a deeper relaxation. And beautiful wondering. So in the quotation by Goethe, he speaks of the prime phenomenon that makes him wonder. and let him be content. The prime phenomenon would be spirit, the all that is, the cosmos. So the contentment that comes from the wonder is the highest that spirit can give him. So perhaps wonder about the cosmos, the spirit, your soul. What it would be like to expand into the cosmos, sail among the stars, play among the planets, witness worlds of beauty. Now, as you're at your most relaxed point, just wonder what it would be like to kiss the face of God, or the cosmos, and to send out a big, luxurious hug. I wonder what would happen if we did that. So if not now, perhaps in your dreams or your musings later on, see what happens. And for now, we'll come back to the physical. But then the physical is always combined with spiritual. So we'll come back to this awakened state. Bring some movement in to hands and feet. Lift your knees up, wrap your arms around and roll side to side. And then roll up into sitting. Hands in your favorite mudra. And then just bring palms into prayer hands or Anjali mudra. I'm grateful. And may peace and light fill your soul. And your dreams. Namaste, everybody.
Thank you for class.
Thank you.